Hello, everybody. I'm Christine Schiavone, and our show is Spiritual Exploration. Tonight, I'm here with Chris George, who has been a guest on my show, and we used to do a show together.
Yes, we did.
I forget, what was the name of the show? Second Sight. Second Sight.
Well, I've been Second Sight for many, many years. I had Second Sight started out as my radio show, and then I came here and we did this show, Second Sight.
Yeah.
And then after we stopped doing the show, I continued to do Second Sight, my radio show,
right,
which topped out at over 2 million listeners for 10 years.
Wow, so that's great.
So people know me as Second Sight. They know me as the spiritual gangster. I got my, the little bracelet and everything, the shirts,
yeah. Yeah, well, that's what it was an interesting time that we did the show.
Some investigations.
That's right.
We had some
We're
really
going to do
good
any
shows.
more investigations?
I mean, I usually do 2 a year.
That's all?
Well, you know why? Because I do so many readings. I'm teaching classes.
So it's different things.
Usually 2 times a year I go to the Shanley Hotel, which is up in Napanock, New York.
I was there on one occasion.
You came one time.
That's right.
And I usually
Sat
do that twice a year.
in the lobby all night. Yeah.
Yeah. I love the place. I've been there. I think I've hosted 16 events there now.
Wow.
It's an overnight event. The next time I'm doing it'll be in December for my birthday.
December?
December.
Okay. December what?
Well, my birthday is the 9th, so whatever weekend is closest to the 9th is the Saturday that we're going to do.
Oh, okay.
And I usually have, I top it out at 25 people. I don't like any more. I could have up to like 30 something, but I keep it at no more than 25, and it sells out fast.
Yeah, I bet.
It's a lot of fun. You've been there. It's awesome.
I've been there. It was a lot of fun. Sure was. Yes, it was a nice little old town over there.
It's an old town. It's called Napanock, New York. One of the one of the top crystals. We're talking about gemstones and crystals today.
Right.
One of the top crystal places in all of America is like 20 minutes away from there. Every day, the day after the Shanley event, we drive to the town on the way home and we go to the crystal shop. I can't think of the name of it for the life of me, but it's one of the top crystal and gems shops in all of America. It's unbelievable.
Wow.
They have an amethyst chair that's like, it's this big. You sit in it.
It's made out of amethyst?
The whole thing is amethyst. It's
did you
crazy.
carve it out or something?
Yeah, and you sit in it. You could feel the energy of that amethyst. And,
really?
Everyone takes pictures there. It's really cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of amethyst, do you have one with you?
I do. You want to? Well, I kind of have it in an order, but we don't have to go in order if you don't want it. You want to talk about the amethyst first?
Well, you said you brought up amethyst.
I sure did. So here, this is amethyst. So take a close look at this. Should I put it this way? So it's a purplish color. It's really beautiful. Now, amethyst. It's subjective. A lot of people believe one gemstone is better than the other. I'm not a big believer in that, but when it comes to amethyst, when it comes to healing, it's second to none. So when I do healings on people, I do hands-on healing for people.
Yes,
I always have amethyst with me.
Really?
Amethyst is the most healing gemstone, the most healing crystal that you could use. So like a lot of times when I'm doing a healing on somebody, I'll let them hold my amethyst.
Yeah. Would you recommend that if a person has an illness of some sort, that they carry an
Absolutely,
amethyst with
100%,
them?
100%.
And when they have the opportunity, hold it in their hand?
Absolutely. Not only that, but what they should do is they should have like this is like a gemstone, okay? Keep a piece of amethyst in your room at all times, okay? At all times. You should have a little bit of everything because they all do different things. See, people get caught up in so amethyst is for healing, but guess what? It's for much more than healing. It's known for its healing qualities, but it's great for anxiety, it's great for depression, it's great if you're you have an overactive imagination, it kind of calms you down. If you get a little bit too yin, meaning up in the clouds, it kind of makes you more yang, it kind of grounds you. So it's really a wonderful, wonderful gemstone. And for all you healers out there, or people who like to get into the different modalities of healing, there's so many different modalities
There
of
are
healing.
a lot.
So many.
I do 3 myself.
Okay, well, I'm a big believer in pranic healing, which is very easy to learn. But I also, when I do a healing, I incorporate pranic healing, I incorporate channeled healing, I incorporate gemstones, musical, therapy. I incorporate everything. I make my own modality, all right? But guess what? The basis, the main ingredient in the healing, other than me doing the healing, amethyst. It is amazing, amazing.
I think Tommy gave me, I really feel bad that I forgot those big giant stones that I have at home.
I mean, I have all the big stones, but I figured for the purpose of this, I mean,
Lord lug them around.
they're heavy.
Oh, okay, now I don't feel so bad.
Yeah, don't feel so bad.
They are
But
heavy.
for anybody who's suffering with anxiety and depression
Amethyst
and a lot of stress,
I asked Tommy if one of those big stones is an amethyst. I put it right next to my bed.
yeah, no, it's great. But another thing, since I just brought up stress and anxiety, there's something I didn't bring. It's called calcite. Okay, and it comes in many different colors. So don't get so wrapped up in the color. Like I have to have this color because it's better. No. Calcite is calcite. I personally like the blue. It's beautiful. And what calcite is great for is if you're stressed or you have a lot of anxiety or depression, you hold it, and it's an absorbent. It absorbs your anxiety. It absorbs your depression and your stress and your anger. So calcite, in my opinion, is a very important stone to have. Very important.
That's good because we all have emotional problems.
Right, and how many parents have kids that are suffering with depression? Right?
I'm sure.
A lot.
Children are being brought up today. They're not being brought up right. That's why they got depression.
Well, I'm not going to disagree with that. But if you just give them a piece of calcite when they're feeling a little bit off, just let them hold it, and it literally absorbs the negativity. And the wonderful
Could use
thing,
that myself.
yeah, well, most of us can.
Yeah.
And then you have this right here, which is one of the most important stones to have. It's selenite. Okay, so with this clears everything. People who have, I have a client who I give readings to pretty much every week, and she has a lot going on, and what she does is while I'm reading her, she's going like this. She's clearing herself because it helps. Okay,
With that.
With this is called selenite. It's like a smoky white. It's not see-through. Okay, but it's a wonderful stone. And what's great about this stone is you don't ever have to charge it. You don't ever have to charge it. It's self-charging, which means because it is self-charging, it will charge your other stones when it's around them, and it'll clear your stones. So like if it
Clear out any kind of
clear out any
energies.
negativity. But that's why, because it's so powerful at clearing, that's why it's great for people who have anxiety and stress, and you just kind of, if your heart's racing,
So
just
this
kind of
woman has
like
a lot
this.
of anxiety and stress.
Absolutely, and this is phenomenal, And what's great about it is it's not an expensive stone.
No.
It's very affordable. It's one. I think it's a mainstay for anybody who has gemstones. You should absolutely have this. This is very important. Okay, no gemstone collection is complete without this. There's 2 stones that you have to have if you have gemstones. This one, because you're gonna clear your stuff and you're gonna charge it and whatnot. And this one, which kind of looks like the selenite, but it's not. This is clear quartz. Okay, if you look at it closely, all right. Clear quartz. You were talking about clear quartz before. Clear quartz is so important because it's known as the amplifier. It makes everything stronger. Okay, so say I take this amethyst and I have it next to here, this amethyst is stronger. So you always have to have your quartz with, like if you have like a bowl with your gemstones, or an altar, or whatever you have, or wherever you keep your gemstones, this has to be there, because if it's not, excuse me, it's not,
You
it's
say,
not,
excuse me, to the microphone.
it's not amplifying everything else.
Well, yeah.
Okay, so this is so important. This is also good when you're doing healing.
And this is called what now?
This is just clear quartz.
Clear quartz.
Okay, you were saying that you had that clear quartz that you were
I
looking
know,
for.
and I'm trying to get it back.
Right, well, you should get it back because it's an important stone.
Well,
so.
I hope you can predict that I'm getting it back.
Let me see. I don't know. I think somebody's playing games with you. But these two are, listen, I love all the gemstones, and I have quite a few of them here. I don't know if you could see them all, but I have quite a few here.
Yeah.
There are some that are more important to me because of what I do for a living than others, but I don't care about it. Without this, these aren't as strong or as powerful or as potent as they should be. You need these. This clears them and charges them. This absolutely charges them. It is an amplifier. Don't forget that. Very important. The most important, these two, when it comes to gemstones.
Tell us about the rose quartz.
Oh, okay, rose quartz. This is rose quartz right here. I don't know if you could see the rosy color in it, but
It's very, very faint.
It is faint. See, the thing is, with rose quartz, it could be very pink or it could be very pale. You know, that's how you know that. Like when I get a shipment in, I get all my stuff from Brazil. Okay.
Brazil.
Oh yeah, you get the best. You get really great stuff from India, believe it or not, but you get the best stuff, in my opinion. Again, it's my opinion, from Brazil, and that's where I get my stuff from. And when I get especially the rose quartz, they come in different shades. Doesn't make them any less potent because the one is darker than the other. It's irrelevant. It's just the fact that it's rose quartz, and rose quartz is again, this is my opinion. You know, there are quite a few gemstones that are good for attracting love, but my opinion is rose quartz is the best. It's great for attracting love. It's great for bringing happy thoughts into your head. And this is one of the most important things it does. It's great for self-love. So people who are down on themselves or doubt themselves or critique themselves very harshly, rose quartz is wonderful because it promotes self-love. And again, you put the quartz with it, it makes it stronger. It's really good for anxiety too. It's good for depression. It's good for people have like suicidal thoughts.
Wow.
You know, it's a wonderful stone because again, it's attracting love. It's bringing in happy thoughts. It's a phenomenal stone. I don't have the other stone here with me, but if I had to say the second best stone for attracting love, I would say moonstone. It's absolutely beautiful.
Moonstone.
It is a gorgeous stone.
That's my stone.
It has a bluish tint to it. It's really beautiful, and it's right up there with the rose quartz. So I would suggest, like, if you're really trying to attract the love into your life, like a lover or self-love, whatever the case may be, wear them together. You can get bracelets with the two of them on it at the same time. You know, it's wonderful. So
I'm sure.
those are the two that I would recommend the most when it comes to love and self-love and stuff
Put
like that.
rose quartz and moonstone together.
Rose quartz and moonstone together, it's undeniable. It's phenomenal. And for those people who could actually feel the energy of these stones, you're going to know it when you put it on because you'll feel that it's almost like an electricity that goes through your body.
Okay.
One thing I want to bring up about the gemstones, people always ask me, how do you pick a gemstone? It's very simple. You know, listen, if somebody buys you a gemstone, you accept it, you say thank you and whatnot. But if you're going for yourself to pick out your own gemstone, hold them in your hands. Whichever one feels stronger, hold it, put the other one down, pick up another one. Whichever one feels stronger, hold it, put the other one down. And that's how you pick a gemstone. It's got to call to you. You have to feel the energy of that gemstone. And whatever feels strongest is what you take for yourself. But if somebody gives you one, that's always a nice gesture.
I got to show you something at some point, I guess. Well, I don't have it with me now, so not here in the studio, but at some point, if I see you outside the studio or something, someone made me a wand. and I went to a shop that had people that sold gemstones, and I picked out like 7 or 8 gemstones, and
Okay.
this person lined this wand with these gemstones. And I think it's a very powerful.
It depends on the gemstones. I mean, gemstones work
Well, I picked out
with each other.
a variety, like hematite and rose quartz, and this one.
What a
and that
lot
one.
of people like to do is get wands with the chakra stones. Okay, there's 7 chakras. There's 7 stones that represent each chakra. Those are always good. I didn't bring a bracelet here to show people. I really should have. I'm sorry, I forgot.
The chakra.
But it has like 7 different stones. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Maybe.
I have a little thing on the wand that has the chakras on it,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not the stones. But you look at it, you tell me. You
I'll
tell
let
me
you
when
know.
you see it.
I'll let you know.
You let me know what it's all about.
Yes.
But for some reason, I mean, it came together because I think it was meant to come together the way it is.
A lot of people ask me the questions about how do you clear your gemstones and your crystals, and people tell me, oh, I put mine in salt water, and I tell them you're crazy. Anybody who told you that,
You
don't
put
ever.
them under the moon at night.
Yes, don't ever.
I used to put
Listen,
them in the
people,
windowsill.
whatever you do, don't ever put them in salt water. It will absolutely ruin the integrity of the stone.
Really?
Absolutely,
No salt water.
you don't want it. Okay, what you're gonna do is you're gonna get a pot or a dish and put some earth in it, some dirt.
Dirt.
Okay, you take your gemstones, you put it in that earth, and you put it out underneath the full moon. You could do it 3 times a year. You could do it 4 times a year. Okay. I think 3 times is enough, but everyone is different. Some people do it every month on the full moon, but at least 3 times, to me, is good. And you just leave it out there, and
If you're
it
a
charges
healer,
them.
you could also put healing energy into the stones.
Well, absolutely. And another wonderful thing people should do is make their own moon water. Okay.
How? Moon water. Never heard of that.
Oh yeah, like when I do spells, okay, I use moon water. When I do clearing or healing, I use moon water
And
as part of
Is this
my
regular
concoction.
water that you've left under the moon?
Not just that. You're really supposed to put it in glass, okay? It's not as good as if you put it in plastic. You can do it. The integrity of it is a little bit.
Put it like in a
off.
ball jar or something?
Yeah, you could put it in like a mason jar.
A mason jar, that's
And
what
what you
I'm
do is you're going to take clear quartz, put it in there,
Yeah.
fill it up with water,
Yeah.
and leave it out under the moon overnight. And that's charged moon water. And then you could use that when you do space clearing, if you want to make like a concoction where you use part moon water, you use part Florida water, okay? And that's the basis of it. There's a couple other things you could put in there, but that's the basis of it. A little bit of Florida water. Like say you have a spray bottle that's this big. You
Yeah.
put 3/4 moon water, the other quarter Florida water. You shake it up. Now, me personally, when I do it, I always throw quart chips in there. Okay, because again, it amplifies it. Remember, I said that. Very important, and it amplifies your spray, and that helps clear space. It helps ground people. Like a lot of times, like I'll go to somebody's house and they're suffering from anxiety and they're a little bit, off and a little anxious. I spray it over their head. I let it fall down on them, and it just helps calm them down. It's a calming agent as well.
Wow.
All right. A lot of times, what I'll do is I'll put a little bit of amethyst in there as well, because I always like to add the healing aspect to pretty much everything I do. Makes sense, right?
Sure it does. Well, healing is needed everywhere and by everyone.
Yes.
No matter what, no matter who you are, there's always something that you need healed.
Absolutely.
Whether it be inside of you or outside of you, to for your life, everybody needs healing.
Yeah.
Every living thing.
Absolutely. Now, the thing is with the healing, I obviously know a bunch of healers or people who consider themselves healers, and I'll leave it at that. But everyone argues, oh, Reiki is the best, or pranic healing is the best, or channeled healing is the best. You know what? It's all good. Healing is healing. Okay.
That's right, yeah.
So
it's the intention.
it's the intention, and so there are people that tell me I want to learn how to do pranic healing, and I tell them, well, you gotta work on yourself first, because if you're all over the place and you're taking pills because you're anxious or whatever the case may be, you have to settle you first before you could send healing to somebody else. So that's also a very big part of the healing. You have to be okay. Because if you're putting your hands on somebody and you have anxiety going on, or anger, or
can't.
depression, that circulates.
You have to
it goes
be
from
in a
you to
decent
them.
mood in order to put your hands
Right.
on somebody. If you're upset about something that's got nothing to do with the person that
That's
you're trying
right.
to heal.
And guess what? It's absorbent. So when it's coming, say if I was angry and then I'm doing a healing on you, part of that anger is coming out of me. Even though I'm sending you healing energy, part of that anger is going to come. And it goes from me to you, then guess what? It comes back to me.
No.
So it's always there. You understand? That's why it's so important to clear that before you ever do a healing. And
No,
when you do
you
the
have to-
healing,
you have to
make
be
sure
on
you
it.
use your amethyst.
Right. Well, you have to be on an even keel before you put your hands on somebody.
Absolutely.
Because when you're doing that, they are getting the energy that you have.
That's right.
You don't want them to feel the negative emotion that might be going through you. I will always wait until I can clear myself before I touch somebody.
Yeah. I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
So, a lot of times people ask me about gemstones and crystals that are very protective. Everyone's looking for protection, and
Oh, yeah.
there's 3 that I recommend. Okay. Again, this is my opinion. Everyone has their own opinion on this, but my opinion is that hematite is the best protective gemstone there is. Okay, this is hematite.
Right. Yes.
You can look at it closely.
It's also good for focusing.
It's good for focus. Again, good for anxiety, which is wonderful. But its main purpose is for protection, keeping negativity away from you. So say you have a child and they're being bullied, okay, or people are tormenting them in school. That's a great gemstone for them to have. It helps keep negativity away, helps keep the devil away, helps keep
Maybe makes
evil
you
away.
invisible so that the bullies won't even see you.
Well, it's not going to make you invisible, but it's almost like it puts like a force field around you. It's such a wonderful stone. It's the stone that I wear. There are 2 stones that I really wear. Hematite is one of them. The other one is Tiger's Eye, which again is right up there with the hematite. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's a brownish yellow, if you guys could see it. But here, check this out. It comes in other colors too. It comes in blue. It comes in purple. This is called blonde. So these are all beautiful stones. I have them in pink. I have them in green.
They're all hematite.
And they are all hematite. Yes.
Wow, I
So-
thought hematite was all.
No. A lot of people think that, but that's not the case.
Really?
Hematite is, Tiger's Eye is absolutely amazing. And if you look at this, this is my favorite bracelet, okay? This is hematite, it's Tiger's Eye, and you see this black stone? This is black tourmaline, which is the 3rd, in my opinion, best gemstone to have when it comes for protection. So this is black tourmaline, okay? This is black tourmaline. Okay, black tourmaline. Let me say. I wrote some stuff down, so I didn't want to forget anything. So it's really good against psychic attacks as well. Like a lot of people feel like they're being
People
attacked
putting-
psychically, putting the horns on them.
Yeah, mental.
This is really good for that. But guess what? So is the hematite, and so is the Tiger's Eye.
Right.
In my opinion, it's like a step above the black tourmaline.
Well, in the absence of having any kind of stones for protection, you can also put like white light around yourself.
Okay, I'm glad you said that.
With a purple light around that to add to the protection. You can protect yourself that way.
Well, what I would add to that is, I don't disagree with you, first of all. A lot of people love the white light. I get it. It's what most people talk
it's
about.
God's light.
It's God's light, but you know what else is God's light? The golden light. It's also the light of Archangel Michael, who's the great protector.
Oh, God.
Okay?
Now we got
So-
golden light, too.
No, the golden light is, when I teach my classes, when I teach my psychic development classes, I really don't bring up the white light all that much, and I'm going to tell you why. Because the golden light is more powerful.
Okay.
So why?
instead of saying...
It's almost like the minor leagues to the major leagues.
Instead of saying white light, then you say golden light.
Absolutely.
So,
And then if you want to add the purple to it, which is also the color of Archangel Raphael as well, just
Wow,
so
the
you know.
healer.
Okay, so you're adding the protection and the healing aspect to it.
okay.
So that's
right,
it's all good
well,
stuff.
Now I'll start throwing gold light instead of white light
And
around.
do me a favor. I want you to practice this. Like one night, go home and call on the golden light. Sit in silence, clear your mind and all that. Maybe light a little sage or a little cedar or whatever. Just kind of like clear your space. Call on the white light and sit in that energy for 5 minutes.
The white light?
Yes. And then what I want you to do is I want you to clear yourself, give yourself a couple snaps, clear yourself, and then call in the golden light, all right? And sit in silence in that golden light for 5 minutes, okay? And you tell me if you don't feel the difference.
Okay.
All right? I'm telling you to do this because I know you feel the energy. A lot of people really don't feel it all that much. You do.
I have been this way since I was a child.
No, I
I
believe that.
have been into healing and the mystical things.
Mm-hmm.
And I have told people as a child, I would say, this is not it. There's more than meets the eye. And the adults will say, okay, yeah, all right, go play. You know what I mean?
When I started doing that when I was a kid, I thought I was going to get put in an insane asylum. So I just shut up when I was younger. And then I got a little old and I started talking a little bit more. And, that's a whole other story. But, yeah, when I was younger, I was scared that they were going to put
I
me in an
was
insane
telling
asylum.
people that I knew. I know that this isn't everything, There's more than what we see. And they go, okay, yeah, sure, okay, yeah. Because people were not into looking into what was around them. They only knew what was right in front of them.
That's right. And people mock what they don't understand as well.
That's true.
They sure do. So the next gemstone I want to go to is the opalite, which, let me put my glasses on because I love how beautiful it is. I don't know if you could see the beauty of it in here.
It's very pretty.
It's absolutely gorgeous. Okay.
Looks like it's a two-tone.
It kind of is a two-tone. I mean, it's just like the way the light goes through it. It's just absolutely beautiful. Okay, and opalite is a very calming stone. It's good for intuition. I call it a psychic stone. Okay, because it really helps with your intuition. It's good for spiritual growth, and it's another good love stone. So you can, add this with your rose quartz and your moonstone. It's a nice combination.
Wow.
I'm a big fan of opalite as well, and especially because it's such a pretty.
It is very pretty.
It's a very pretty stone.
It's very pretty.
So what's your favorite stone?
Well, I like the rose quartz. And the moonstone is really my stone because I'm a moon child.
It's a beautiful stone.
I have a necklace. It's got looks like a little jar, and it's got a bunch of little tiny moonstones in it.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
good. So what about this is called goldstone, and I know you probably can't see it on the screen, but it sparkles. Look at that closely, how pretty that is. You see how it sparkles?
Yeah. It's almost like it's goldstone, but it's kind of brownish too.
Yeah,
like
well, it is a
stone.
brown, but it's called goldstone, and the sparkles in it are just beautiful. They have the same thing with the blue stone, which is, in my opinion, even prettier than this. But this is really good for to help reach your goals. Like when you set a goal, it helps you reach it. It's really, really good for public speaking.
Oh, you say gold.
Gold, yeah.
Goal.
GOAL.
Is
So
it
this is really
GOLD?
good for public speaking. Very good for public speaking.
It gives you the.
It just kind of takes your nerves away.
Exactly. It makes
It's
you
really
less
good for
nervous.
self-confidence, just being sure of yourself. It's a powerful stone. It's not a stone that I would wear. I think to me it's a little bit feminine, so I personally wouldn't wear it. But when I first started out, like giving speeches and doing some public speaking, I always had moonstone in my pocket. Always had moonstone in my always. So it's really good for public speaking. So for those of you who have kids who have to give a speech in front of class and they're all nervous, go out, get them a piece of moonstone, throw it in their pocket.
Moonstone or
No, I'm sorry, goldstone.
Goldstone.
My bad. The goldstone. It's a good stone.
And usually when you tell a kid something, that they believe you, and it works.
My kids have always said, "Dad, what stone should I use for this?
That's great.
Yeah, and my kids, they go up and do public speaking, and they got the stones in their pocket all the time.
So they're used to it then.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I'm very lucky because my kids actually listen to me. So like when they ask me a question psychically or about gemstones or crystals or spirit or ghost or
Well, they
demon,
know that their father
they know
is
they're
the
getting
expert.
Yes, I like to consider myself that. Yes.
Well, you are, really.
Yes, obviously, yes. I've been doing this a long time.
Long time.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the next stone, blue lace agate. Look how nice that is.
Wow, that's very pretty.
Nice, right? You guys can see that?
Very attractive. A lot of these stones look like they're two tones. That one.
Well,
that's
yeah,
two.
it's almost like a cat's eye. This is a blue lace agate cat's eye. Okay, it's really a beautiful stone, and it's a healing stone. This is really good to help keep you calm. This is really good to keep negativity away from you. It's good, again, anxiety, stress, self-help. Another good one, if you have kids or friends that are maybe a little suicidal, another really great stone to have. Phenomenal stone.
Glad I don't know anybody like that.
Well, listen, I read a lot of people. I read up to 30 people a week. And, they ask me, Chris, I'm feeling a little bit depressed. I have very negative thoughts. What should I, is there something that I could wear or something? I tell them blue lace agate. This is one of my go-to stones when it comes to healing. Other than like the amethyst, I love blue lace agate. Mm-hmm. All right, and again, there are a lot of people out there that have a lot of emotional issues.
Well,
this helps.
That's life.
That's life, absolutely.
That's the truth. I don't think anybody gets through this life without having emotional issues at some point or another.
Yeah, and we were talking about clearing your stones, okay? And like I said, you use the selenite for that. Mm-hmm. A lot of people will use sage. This is white sage. Okay, I know most of you will use the sage.
Or sage with a combination of green grass stone. What am I looking for?
I can't. Now you just threw me off there. I know exactly what you're talking about. Sweetgrass. Sweetgrass.
That's it.
But it comes in. You get the white. I have it like this. I have it with the roses in there. I have a bunch of different. I have the red sage. I have the white sage. They're all good. They're all good. They all do the same thing. This is cedar. Okay. Cedar is also very good for clearing. This will last you a year. Okay, one piece like this will last you like a year.
You light that?
You light it, and you just, same way you're using sage. And then you put it out, and you'll have this for forever, okay?
Oh, it just burns very slowly.
Yeah, it burns slow. But we've spoken about this on your show before. A lot of people are very into the sage, they're very into the sweet grass, they're very into the cedar. You know what I'm going to say, what I think the best is, it's the orange peel. So for those of you who don't know, orange peel is probably the best clearer of energy that there is.
So what do you peel the orange?
What you do is you get a peeler, like when you peel the skin off a cucumber, you peel the skin off the orange where it's just the peel, no white. Then you take it, you put it in your laundry room, you can put it on your windowsill. In the laundry room, it'll dry out a lot quicker. On your windowsill, it might take 2 or 3 or 4 days. In your laundry room, the next day, you could use it. So it'll get hard.
You take the orange, and it comes out like almost like a powder almost.
No. You get a peeler. Like when you peel a cucumber?
Yeah.
And you get the skin.
Okay, so you get the skin
the
off
same
it without
thing you
the
do
white.
with that. So you're gonna dry it out. Again, just put it in your laundry room. If you don't have a laundry room, I know some people don't, you put it on your windowsill for a few days. Once it gets hard, it's ready to use, and then you use it the same way you use sage.
Light it.
You light it. The difference with it is, you light this, it's going to stay lit all day until you put it out.
Right.
All right?
Right.
You light orange peel, it's going to go out, and you're going to have to relight it. Big deal.
So you walk around with the lighter and the orange
That's
peel,
right. And now,
keep lighting it.
and you just keep lighting it, and it'll last for maybe a minute, and then you got to light it again. But that's okay. So I always tell people, like I told you, to sit in the white energy and the gold energy.
Right.
I tell people to do the same thing with sage and cedar. Do one room with the sage, and then do one room with the orange peel. Give it about 10 minutes, and then walk into each room separately, and then you tell me what the energy is like, and you're going to find that the energy of the room that you cleared with the orange peel will be far, far more breathable and light than the room with the sage. Now, the room with the sage will be fine. Everyone uses sage. Sage is fine. If that's what you use, great, use it. It's okay. But orange peel cleanses. See, sage will cleanse on this level, which is what you need when you're doing a space clearing in your house, okay? When you're clearing energy. Orange peel cleanses on this level and the next. So if it's doing that, why wouldn't you use it?
Sure.
Also, it's cheaper. You know, you get one orange
you can
peel.
eat the orange.
And then you can eat the orange, but you peel one orange, you'll have it for months, you know. So it's a wonderful thing, and you could also use that orange peel with this. You know, you're lighting it. It's smoke. It's a shamanic ritual. Okay, that smoke you put under your gemstones, and that helps clear it as well. All right. So there are so many different things you can do to clear your stones. All right.
Tell me something. How far back does all this information go?
Oh my God, so many years, but
1,000 years, 2,000 years,
thousands of years. But the thing is, as time has gone on, people are learning more. You know, technology is getting better. You know, people are getting smarter, and they're figuring more and more out. So that's why I say, like, when people say, oh, rose quartz is only good for love. No, that's baloney. It's good for so much more. You know, 20 years ago, people said rose quartz is only good for love. Here it is 20 years later, and I'm telling you, it's good for so many other things.
Right, okay.
So things are constantly evolving. Let me see, what do I have here? The howlite. Do you like howlite?
Never heard of it.
Yeah, it's a nice stone. I mean, it's a very popular stone. It's not a very expensive stone, but it is a very nice stone. It's really good to help with emotional issues. It clears energy. Like if you feel like you're hanging out with somebody and you're getting bad vibes from them, like you're not sure what type of person they
I've
are.
had that happen, of course.
Howlite is a great gemstone to wear.
Yeah, now I just tell the person get lost.
Okay. Well, I'm going to give you this because I feel like you need it. Okay, so you put that on.
Thank you.
So if you feel like anybody's giving you the horns, or you just get like a bad vibe around people, that's a really good stone to wear.
Is that kind of like the evil eye stone?
Well, yeah, I didn't bring the evil eye bracelets today because so many people, know what they are and whatnot. And I have so many different ones. I have my favorite is the Saint Benedict for protection. For those of you who like the protection, I said like the excuse me, the hematite and the tiger's eye and the tourmaline. Well, really, the hematite and the tiger's eye are the best, and then the tourmaline. But you want to know what I wear besides that? I wear my Saint Benedict bracelet. It's a red bracelet with the Saint Benedict's charm on it.
Oh, yeah?
Okay, I have them. They're unbelievable. And you know what's good? See, a lot of these stones men won't wear. A lot of men don't wear gemstones. They think it's a little girly, and I might think that as well for some of them. But the Saint Benedict charm, I mean, that's what I wear, and it's red. I have a red one. I have a black one. I wear them both. But it's something that a man or a woman can both wear.
Sure.
It's all good stuff. Very
I
good
see
stuff.
a lot of men wearing stone bracelets.
I'm seeing
like
it.
that.
I am seeing it more often now. I have like a lot of my clients are women, obviously, and they all buy. They like to buy stuff for their husbands, and they're usually buying the tiger's eye and the hematite for the husbands.
Yeah.
Or the black tourmaline.
Yeah, the tiger's eye is very male, I think.
Oh, I think so. I mean, I wear it.
Yeah.
Look, this is a necklace. Look.
Are you wearing it as a necklace?
I can handle it. I can rock the tiger's eye. It's nice. This is another beautiful one. Everyone knows what this is. This is turquoise.
Yeah.
Okay. Turquoise this helps you get grounded. Like a lot of people like to go and lean on a tree and ground themselves. Okay. This helps with the grounding. This is very, very good. This is also a healing stone. Most of the blue stones have healing qualities, just so you guys know. Not all of them, but a lot of them have very healing qualities. This helps bring fortune. This is great for communication. This is another one, like if you're giving public speaking, this is a really good stone. Really good stone. There's two stones that I did not bring. Last minute, I was looking for them. I couldn't find them. And what's something that people ask me about all the time besides love and health? It's money. Money is one of the biggest issues that I have to deal with people.
It's necessary.
It's necessary. And so what is the best gemstone for money? I would say anybody who knows about gemstones, I'm going to say 80% of them, if not more, 90% of them, are going to say citrine. I'm not going to say that they're wrong. Citrine is a phenomenal gemstone to attract wealth, money, prosperity, luck. It's called the merchant stone for a reason, okay? It's a yellowish orange, okay? It's a nice looking stone, but that's a great stone to attract wealth, money, and stuff like that. So anybody who's looking to attract money, what I would tell you to do is get a nice piece of citrine, Okay, take a dollar bill, fold it, put it on your desk or on your, your dresser, and put the citrine on top of it. Okay, that's kind of like a spell to attract money.
I remember a friend that came on the show. You know her, Marilyn.
Okay, I adore Marilyn.
Oh, she's a great one lady. Let me tell
Absolutely
you,
adore her.
love her, yes.
Well, she's one of my mentors, you know.
Anyway, I have to call her. I haven't talked to her in a while. Anyway, though, but why did I bring Marilyn into the conversation?
We were talking about citrine and money.
Yes. Oh, yeah. All right. She did the feng shui thing.
Right.
And one of the things she used to say is when you want to attract things, get like a bowl.
That's right. I know exactly what you're going to say.
And put whatever it is you want. Like, say you want a new car. Take a set of car keys and throw them in the bowl.
Right. It's called manifesting.
You want money. Yeah. You want money. Take some money and a few coins and throw it in the bowl. And just keep that bowl in a place.
That's right.
And it'll attract these things.
And what I would do to that is I would always add the clear quartz. That's called manifesting. Manifesting is something that I feel like most people could do. The problem is I feel like a lot of people get a little scattered with their thoughts, and you have to be very focused with that. So, but yeah, manifesting is a wonderful tool. The other gemstone I wanted to bring up that I didn't bring is, in my opinion, the best for attracting money, wealth, prosperity, and stuff like that. It's called carnelian. It's a mixed colored stone. It's absolutely beautiful. And again, I would take money and put the carnelian on top of it. Okay, I don't know why. I don't know why it's better than citrine. I just feel like it is, and I think the citrine is wonderful, absolutely wonderful. I just feel like the carnelian is better. So, people could try both of them. Take one of each and see what feels more powerful to you and use it. I have a feeling that anybody who is really in tune with the energy is going to see that the carnelian is a little bit more powerful. Mm-hmm. So, we all need money. Try it.
That's right. We all need. Nobody can live without it. That's for sure.
Can I share a little spell that I teach people, and it's the simplest thing in the world to do?
Go ahead.
So I'm guessing most of us take a shower every day. So what you do when you take a shower is, your mirror gets fogged up. You put your intention in the mirror. So attract money, okay? And you put a circle around it. And then as the steam fades, then the words fade. That's like your intention being put out into the universe.
Wow.
It's a simple spell.
That could be done for just about anything.
And I do it every day.
Yeah.
I do it every day.
Attracting money or other things as
whatever I feel like I need to attract, or what I need to get rid of.
Oh,
okay?
That's an idea.
So like if I'm angry, I'll put up, anger. I'll put a circle around it, and I'll concentrate on releasing the anger. And then as the steam dissipates, the words dissipate, and it goes away. So it's a simple spell, but it's something you could do every day, and it takes a minute.
Yeah, sure. Sure, I'll bet. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, in my opinion, it's a good one.
Sounds.
It's easy.
Hey,
it's
look,
fun.
It's easy, fun, and doesn't hurt anything or anybody.
That's right.
The worst that could happen is nothing.
The worst that can happen is nothing. Is right. This is red jasper.
Whoa.
So red jasper is nice. It's got like little black lines in it. I don't know how well you can see it, but it's a nice stone. And this is another one that's good for balance, keeping like your chakras balanced. It's good for keeping your mind focused. It's good for again, another communication stone. So listen, I like the gold stone for communication. This is also very good. So is the turquoise. So these are the three that are really good for communication. So again, you could choose black tourmaline. I already talked about it a little bit. It's I would say like it's a distant third, fourth, or fifth when it comes to protection, but it's a stone that men like to wear.
Because it's dark.
Because it's black and it's it doesn't look bad on you.
It doesn't look feminine.
Right. So the black tourmaline is a good one. Now this is a stone. You brought up Marilyn and feng shui. So
yes.
in feng shui, when they do space clearing, they use cinnabar. Okay, cinnabar, it gets ground up, and it turns into a liquid, and you put dots inside of your windowsill or inside of the door frame. Okay, it helps keep negativity away, helps keep evil away, bad thoughts, people wishing negativity on you. Or you can just get a Cinnabar bracelet. It's the thing with the Cinnabar bracelet is it's not common, and when I have it, I tell people grab it because I might not get it for another 6 months. It's a very hard gemstone to come by. It's
Where does it come from?
I get everything from Brazil. Yeah, I like Brazil. I feel like the quality is better. Like I know, like if I get gemstones from I know India, which is also very good, and I get gemstones from Brazil and I hold them, the ones from Brazil always feel better.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of times you could buy stuff and it's, I'm not going to say fake. Well, I will say fake. Sometimes you could get fake stuff. Like a lot of times, like on Amazon, you'll see these for like, not this, but like some of these for like $6. It can't be real.
Yeah.
It can't be real. All right. So the Cinnabar, if when I have it, I tell people just get it. It's so important. It's like right up there with the tiger's eye and the hematite. It's an amazing gemstone, and it's just like I said, feng shui. It was a very big practice in feng shui when you do space clearing to cinnabar your insides of your doors, okay, to keep the evil away. You know, it's like, you know, like with vampires, they can't step into your house unless you invite them in.
Oh,
Okay?
really?
Well, that's the vampire lore.
Do you think there is such a thing as vampires?
I do.
Really?
I do. Maybe
boy.
not to the extent of what you see on television.
Right.
But yes, I do. I know people are going to think I'm crazy, and I swear, people, I am not crazy.
Did they
But,
really suck people's blood?
I knew a person, I was actually on the Montel Williams show with a person who drinks blood, and he considers himself a vampire.
Oh my God.
Yeah, to me it's disgusting, but to him
Yeah.
it was his way of life. So,
Oh, what
but the
time?
cinnabar, the theory behind the cinnabar is like, you unless you invite the evil into your house,
Right.
it can't pass the cinnabar.
Oh, it's the same thing with any kind of demons or anything. They have to be invited.
Well, no, demons are a little bit different. Okay,
Yeah.
and I love talking about demons because when you watch like all these television shows like Ghost Adventurers and all that, demons, everything is demonic. That's ridiculous. Okay,
Yeah.
it's so ridiculous.
I didn't watch those shows.
Well, you shouldn't because they're all fake. It's just horrible. There's one show out there that I give a high recommendation to. It's called Ghost Detectives. You can find it on YouTube. Actually, the couple who's like the main people on the show, they're very dear friends of mine. There's no faking evidence, or it's straight up. It's real paranormal. Okay, and I appreciate that. But where was I going with this? I just lost my train of thought when I went to the paranormal.
We were talking.
Oh, we were talking about demons.
Right.
So I don't know what everyone knows about me, but I'm I can't call myself an exorcist because even though I am Catholic, I'm not a Catholic priest, and you have to be a Catholic priest to do the rites of exorcism. So what I say I do is spirit removal, and I've done 103 of them in my life in the last 20
You
years.
document each one.
I've documented
That's how you know
every
how
single
many.
one of them.
Yeah.
Every single one of them.
Yeah.
Okay. So of the 103, you hear exorcism or spirit removal, right away you're thinking demon, especially because of what you see on television. I'm telling you, in my opinion, there have been 3 cases out of 103, which is less than 3%, that I feel were demonic. Everything else was negative spirit. So people, they call me like, I have a demon in my house. I'm like, yeah, you probably don't, but but I'll come check it out for you. So I've had plenty of people call me swearing that there's a demon in the house, and it's just not.
Yeah. Well, what happens is with me, if I feel anything negative, I just don't. Get lost. Nobody invited you.
That's it. I tell people when they talk to spirit to be very direct, be very respectful. Don't tell get the F out of here. Or don't do that because you're sending negative to a negative, which is going to come back to you. So say listen, I don't want you here. Could you please leave?
I didn't invite you.
I would. Right. I didn't invite you. Please respect my space and leave. You
Right.
have to be strong, but you also have to be respectful because
Right.
spirit, respect.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
it's like and you know this because you came on an investigation with me. I've had investigators come to my investigations, and some of them do a thing called provoking, which I don't condone, and I don't. And when I find out somebody's doing it, I'll throw them out of my investigation. It's when you're provoking the spirit to get angry. Okay, I've done, say, at the Kreischer Mansion. I've done the Kreischer Mansion. And I had one team that was provoking spirit all night, which I didn't know about until later.
That was the night you got thrown.
That wasn't the night I got thrown. That was another night.
Another night,
And then,
same place.
Same place. And then there was another team that was so respectful and kind. And it was like they were throwing honey at the spirits. They were so kind. And they got so much evidence. At the end of the night, that one team from New Jersey, they were like, oh, this place, we got no evidence. And the other team was like, I don't know what you're talking about. Let me show you what we got. And it was because of respect. You know, one team did not respect the other side. The other team did. The team that showed the respect got all the information. It was wonderful.
Well, sure, you get more with honey than you do with vinegar.
That's right. No, the last gemstone that I brought here is green adventurine. It's a really pretty stone. Okay,
very pretty.
just so you guys know, these stones that you see like in this shape, these are called worry stones. You put your thumb in it, and you know you put your anxiety into it. And these are fun to have. They're easy and whatnot. But again, if you're feeling anxious and you want to get rid of the energy, use the calcite. Calcite is great. But this is called green adventurine, and this is really good if you have like stomach issues. You know, a lot of people have stomach issues.
Oh, yeah.
Whether it's caused from anxiety or agita or heartburn, whatever. Anything in here. This is very, very good for that. It's also good for attracting love. It's good for attracting money, and it's a very good calming stone. So, if you notice, a lot of these stones are very good for calming. A lot of them are very good for anxiety and stress. But there are certain ones that are better for specific things. They all have multiple traits, but they all have one thing that they're more potent at, if that makes sense.
They have their own thing.
Right. Well, however you want to word it.
Each stone has its own thing.
Right.
So anyway, well, this is all very, really interesting about all the different kinds of stones. I don't know if you would know the answer to this, but how were all these different kinds of stones found? You know, like 1,000 years ago, somebody came across.
They're from the earth. I mean, you go digging and there's a rock and you open it up and the gemstones are right there. There's one stone called malachite.
I've heard of that.
Okay, you want to know what that is?
Yes.
It's an asteroid that exploded and came to Earth, and you find most of it in India. Malachite is a phenomenal gemstone.
No, these things crashed into the earth in India.
Right. And it forms into whatever, and it's called malachite. So pretty much everything comes from the earth. Malachite comes from
outer space.
Outer space. So malachite's a really cool stone. It's good for protection, negativity, all that stuff. It's a very cool stone. I wish I got it more often. It's not an easy stone to come by. It's very expensive too.
So in other words, when you order it, you got to wait on it and hope it comes in.
Yes, they're so expensive, and the only people who are going to really buy it are the people who. First of all, you have to have money to buy it. It's not an inexpensive thing. Like these.
Just about any average person can afford that.
Right, any average person can afford
the malachite.
The malachite, no. Like I had a piece of malachite. Can I say numbers or no? I'm not selling anything, but like I had a piece of malachite that.
Yeah, you can mention how much it cost.
That was $600 in the store.
Wow.
All right. When I got it, I was able to get rid of it for $300. Okay. To me, $300 for a gemstone that was this big is astronomical.
Yeah.
But people who know. They pay the $600 in the store for it because it is a phenomenal stone. So if anybody can get their hands on them, that's a good stone to have in your collection.
One?
I don't. The last one I had, actually, one of my very dear friends is the one who bought it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it's so hard to come by.
And you haven't been able to get another one?
I haven't gotten another one like that in, I want to say 3 years.
Really?
3? About 3 years, yeah.
And you would get it from India?
No, the malachite we get from India, yes. All my other stones I tried to get from Brazil, yeah. again, it's just my personal preference. I just feel like they're better. I feel like the quality is better.
Well, you should,
I mean,
it's
it's
you've
my
had
business,
enough
so-
experience to be able to
Right.
feel how what's better and what's not.
Exactly.
Yeah, sure. I mean, you've been around long. You've been around the block a few times.
Once or twice.
Anyway, so, okay, well, all right. He's telling us we got 2 minutes left.
Okay.
So, well, let's finish up with saying that this has been very interesting.
It always is with you.
Like, oh, thank you. Wow. Wow, that just made my day. And, well, it's always been very interesting with you, too. That's why we
Thank
did
you.
that show that time.
Well, it's been a lot of years. I mean, I haven't done the show in so many years.
Yes.
And then I'm just coming back to Staten Island now, so I'm back on the island.
know.
Which
Welcome
I'm very,
back.
Thank you, which I'm very happy about. And
With your new lady,
yes,
Dawn, who is a
with
beautiful
Dawn,
person.
absolutely gorgeous.
Gorgeous inside and out.
Yeah, which is important.
Well,
So,
very important.
But I've been coming on your show for quite. I started out coming on your show before we did a show together.
That's right.
And now this is, I think, our second show that we've done since I've been back.
Yes.
It's our second show.
Since you've been back.
You know,
And you came back, what, in September?
yes, I came back in September. So
Yes.
again, it's always a pleasure coming on the show. I feel like we.
It's always a pleasure having
just
you.
kind of like flow, and it's always good.
That's right. It's always good. It's always a pleasure
And
to have you.
I do appreciate it.
Yes, yes. In the meantime, and then you'll be doing God's Way, Yachtave, right after this. We go
Yes,
into
I
the
am.
other studio.
And
You'll
I
be on
feel
that
bad
one.
because I forgot to bring another shirt, so people are going to see
so what?
two
Who's
shows.
gonna
I'm wearing the
notice?
same shirt. They're going to say, "Look at this guy."
Who's going to notice?
People will notice. Trust me.
Think so?
I'll be getting the inboxes on Facebook saying you wore the same shirt for two shows.
It's funny when I pick out something to wear to do the show here, and I say, "Did I ever wear this on the show before?" I'm doing it. That come August, it's gonna be 25 years. I'm doing that show.
That's insane.
And I look in the closet and now what didn't I wear?
And that's good. Well, congratulations on 25 years.
Well, thank you. I hope that. Well, we'll see if we can plan something. My very first show was about gemstones, so we'll
right.
see how it goes.
So it's like a full circle.
Yes, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is the only other time I'm doing gemstones. In the meantime, I want to say thank you for watching, and I hope that you found all the gemstones interesting, and maybe you want to go out and get some things accomplished in your life. I don't know. In the meantime, though, everybody have a good night, and thank you to Chris George for being here.
Always my pleasure. Thank you. Thank you for having me. So, like I said, always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure.
Thank you.